and then stuffed them back into the pouch. So the rat trap seller was watching whatever the owner of the cottage doing. The owner of the cottage knowingly went out, took a pouch. From the pouch, he took out three 10 kroner bills, shook them, then again put it into the pouch before the rat trap seller. The next day, both men got up in good season, good time, well in time. The crofter was in a hurry to milk his cow, and the other man possibly thought that he should not stay in bed. Means, as the owner of the cottage got up, went to milk his cows, so the rat trap seller thought he should not stay in bed. When the head of the house had gotten up, they left the cottage. At the same time, the crofter locked the door and put the keys in his pocket. So the crofter locked the door as they both of them went out and put the keys in his pocket. The man with the rat trap said goodbye and thank you, and thereupon each went his own way. They exchanged the parting words, and they went in their own way. But half an hour later, the rat trap peddler stood again before the door. The rat trap peddler means seller, one who moves from place to place to sell things. Rat trap peddler came back again, stood before the door of the cottage. He didn't try to get in. However, he didn't try to get into the cottage. He only went up to the window, smashed a window pane, the wooden plank or something that covers the window. That is called window pane or the glass. Okay. So the rat trap seller went to the window, broke the window pane, stuck in his hand, put his hand into, and got hold of the pouch, took out the pouch with the 30 kroner. With the 30 kroner, he took out the pouch. Means where the 30 kroner rupees had been put, he brought out that pouch. He brought out, he took the money and thrust it into his own pocket. Then he hung the leather pouch very carefully back in its place and went away. The rat trap seller went away with the money. 3 10 kroner bills. Means 30. As he walked along with the money in his pocket, he felt quite pleased, happy with his smartness, cleverness. He realized, of course, that at first he dared not continue on the public way. He didn't have the courage to take the public highway. So what he did but must turn up the road into the woods. He took the jungle path because he had stolen the money. During the first hours, this caused him no difficulty. He did not face any difficulty during the first hour. Later in the day, it became worse, for it was a big and confusing forest. But towards the end of the day, it became worse for him. The situation became worse for him. Why? Because it was a big and confusing forest which he had entered. The forest which he had entered, it was a big and confusing forest. He didn't get the ways. He tried to be sure to walk in a definite direction. He took a definite direction, but the paths twisted back and forth so strangely. The paths had twisted. Not in a particular direction it had gone. So he was confused. Rat trap seller was confused. He walked and walked without coming to the end of the wood. He could not come to the end of the wood forest. And finally, he realized that He had only been walking around in the same part of the forest, he understood. All at once he recalled his thoughts about the world and the rat trap. Then again, the same thought about the world that came to his mind, the world and the rat trap. Now, his own turn had come. He was thinking that this old world is a big rat trap, and he understood now his own turn had come. He had let himself be fooled by a bet and had been cut. He had let himself be fooled by a bet. What was the bet here? The 3 10-kroner bills. He was tempted. He felt greedy to get the money. So he stole the money. Now he was caught by the trap. And that trap of this world. He had let himself be fooled by a bet and had been cut. The whole forest with its trunks and branches, its thickets means mushy plants, branches, all these, its thickets and fallen logs closed in upon him, trapped him. He understood the whole forest with its trunks, branches, thickets, fallen logs trapped him. Its thickets and fallen logs closed in upon him like an impenetrable prison. Impenetrable, which cannot be penetrated, means to a place to which one cannot enter. So, impenetrable prison from which he could never escape, run away. He understood he had entered such a place, the forest, which was just working like a net. That was just like an impenetrable prison from which he would not be able to run away.